Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Chapter number 3, Office Automation, Part 3. Okay, third chapter. In third chapter, we already have done Microsoft Word, about Microsoft Word and the practice of lab as well. We already have done about the practical of Word, in which I gave you the application, the format of a application, and in the next lab I'll give you the format of a table to draw in Word and to introduce Microsoft Excel, right? This is chapter number 3, Office Automation, and the next topic is Microsoft Excel. Okay, Microsoft Excel, as I told you before, that it is used to draw the graphs, charts, and do the mathematical calculations, right? Microsoft Excel is a software and it's a member of the family of Microsoft Office, right? It is a member of the family of Microsoft Office. Okay, Microsoft Excel is a software that uses spreadsheet system. Spreadsheet. I will show you the spreadsheet system to organize, display, format, and calculate data using advanced features and formulas. These words are important. Formulas. We use formulas in Excel sheet, right? Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet developed by Microsoft for Windows, Mac operating system, Android, and I operating system. It features calculation, graphing tools, pivot tables, and a macro programming language called Visual Basic for application. So basically, Microsoft Excel is used for calculation, for making the graphs, for making the charts, for doing the calculations. For because the formulas are here, we put the formula and we can apply that formula to the whole column or whole row, right? So it's convenient to use as compared to manual calculation, and it's perfect. And no mistake will be there in Microsoft Excel formulas and calculations, right? It's a spreadsheet program. The most important point, it's a spreadsheet program. That means it is used to create grid of text, numbers, and formulas specifying calculations. And that's extremely valuable for many business because we have many calculation in every business, the in and out of the stock, the record of the employees, their salaries, their purchasing, their selling of goods, purchasing of goods. There are a lot of things to be calculated. So Excel is really very helpful for this purpose, which use it to record expenditure. Expenditure means expenses, and income means when you receive the amount. Plan budgets, chart data, and is sufficiently present fiscal results. Excel also contains fairly powerful programming capabilities for those who wish to use them, that can be used to develop relatively sophisticated financial and scientific computation capabilities. Now, the features of Microsoft Excel are add header and footer. I explained it to you in the Word, in the class of Word as well, that what are the headers when you want to give the name of your company or your school, or a proper name. You are using header to give the name there. Footer, like if you want to give the page numbers at your page, it is given in footer. Find and replace command, we did it in Microsoft Word as well, that if I want to find some word and want to replace that, it is available in Excel. Password protection, you can protect your document by password protection. Data filtering, data sorting. Data filtering, data sorting means data arranging the data according to your wish. Built-in formulas, there are some built-in formulas, but you can create your own as well. Create different charts, automatically edit the results, and formula auditing. Formula auditing means when you put the formula, you can check it, you can prepare the balance sheet, you can prepare the payroll system by using different formulas. Filtering means, what is the meaning of filtering in your science, in chemistry? Do you know it? Filter means to take out a same type of data, uh, same type of data which you give, and taking it out. Filter means if you want to take something from someone, you can filter it, right? And sorting means you have to arrange the data. Like if you want to arrange the data alphabetically or by number, you can sort it. Now this is the screen of Excel. You can see on your screens that this is the menu bar. Now what is this? These are the rows and these are the columns, right? These are the rows are from starting from 1 and columns are starting from A. Yes, this is the row and this is column, and the combination of this is known as cell. This is one cell, right? This is one cell, and Excel, this is a complete spreadsheet. It is known as the spreadsheet, and it is the combination of rows and columns, right? What what happened when the alphabets end A till Z? Then we'll start from A B, A C, and when it is finished till A Z, it will start from it is start from B A B B, इस तरह से करके, right? तो इस तरह ये कंटिन्यू रहती हैं rows and columns. These are the rows, these are the columns, and the combination of this row and column, this area is known as a cell. This is one cell, right? And here is a bar which shows the name of the cell. What is the name of this cell? This cell name is A1, like the combination of column A and the combination of row 1. This is the cell address. It is known as the cell address, and this bar shows you the cell address. This cell address is A1. Let's suppose if I am here on this cell. If I'm here on this cell number 14 and this one, this column, the cell address will be B14. The cell address will be B14. If I'm here at row number 15 and column number 3, the cell address is, what will be the cell address? Now you tell me what will be the cell address of this. Row number 15 and column number C. What is the cell address? Yes, this is C15, right? This is C15. So this is the actually cell address. This is cell address, known as cell address, okay? Now this is the formula bar where you put the formula. Every formula start with the with equal to sign, right? Every formula starts with equal to sign. These are the button bars. This is cell H2, right? This is cell number H2. As I told you that this is the cell address. These are the sheet tabs. Sheet number 1, sheet number 2, and sheet number 3. By default, we have 3 sheets in one spreadsheet program. By default means automatically. Automatically, it's given. There are 3 sheets in one spreadsheet program, but we can increase the number of sheets by a plus sign given here, right? This is sheet number 1, sheet number 2, and sheet number 3. These are known as the sheet tabs. If I'm going to work for, let's suppose I'm going to make the result of class 9th A. This is sheet 1. I can rename as well. By right clicking, I can rename is from sheet 1 to 9th A, right? मैं इसका नाम चेंज भी कर सकती हूँ. राइट क्लिक करूँगी तो यहाँ पर रीनेम का मेरे पास ऑप्शन आएगा और रीनेम के ऑप्शन से मैं शीट का नाम चेंज कर सकती हूँ. दैट वुड बी 9th A. ठीक है. Now I want to make the result of ninth A. If I have done, I will go to sheet 2. I will start the result of ninth B, and then I'll go to sheet 3. That will I start the result of ninth G. And if I am going to add the worksheet, add the sheet, I'll go to the plus sign. I'll add another sheet, that is sheet number 4, and I can rename it by metric B, or add another sheet as well for metric G. So by default, there are 3 sheets, but we can increase the number of sheets. Nawal, this is what I am explaining. Is it clear now? There is a plus sign given here. I can increase the number of sheets here. Right, so I can insert many sheets in one program, so it would be convenient for me to see all of my work in a single program. Like if I'm going to see the result of ninth A, I'll go to sheet 1. For ninth B, I'll go to sheet 2, and for 9G, I'll go to sheet 3, and so on for metric sheet 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. I can increase the number of sheets from here. So this is the sheet, all about the sheets. You can, if there are a lot of number of sheets, you can go from the forward button, and you can move from the backward button as well, right? There is a forward and backward button as well. So this is the button bar, this is menu bar, this is your title bar in which the name of the program is given. Here is in red color, this is the title bar in which the name of the program is given. Microsoft Excel is given here. This is the title bar, right? Now, these are the sheet tabs. As you already know, this is a status bar which shows that the program is ready to work, right? Help icon, again title bar, the ribbon for different menus, quick access toolbar. Like these tools are frequently used tools, right? Frequently used by the user. This is file tab. In file tab we have save, open, new, and save as, print. We can use that options from file menu, right? This is quick access toolbar, most frequently used. This is the ribbon for menus. This is the title bar. It is help icon, and the column heading is given here. The row heading is given here, right? This is a row heading and this is a column heading, right? View buttons, and this is the worksheet area in which you are going to work. This is zoom slider, like you can increase zoom, and the and your work is zoom in, right? And this is zoom out. Like if you want to increase your page size or decrease, you can go to the zoom slider. Till now it's clear. We already have done in word that why these tools are used for right alignment, for left alignment, for justify. And these are for the fonts, right? For the font style, font size, for font color, and for borders, for highlighting, for filtering. And this is for cut, copy, paste. Cut, copy, and paste. I told you before that if I want to cut something from anywhere, it will be deleted from that place and paste to another place, right? But if I want to copy something, I will make copy of it. Like if I want to make copy from this cell, it will remain in this cell, and I'll paste to D3. It will go on the D3 as well. Like copy paste means the text remains same at 2 places, but in cut paste we can delete from the previous side and insert it to another side. Any question? Any confusion, class? Rafe, Ahmad, Mustafa, Saim, any confusion? Shayan, all clear? No. Column heading cannot be changed. Row heading cannot be changed. This is the column heading and this is the row heading. We cannot change the column heading or row heading. Either we can hide that column. I can hide this column, right? If I go and select this column and right click, there is an option of hide. I can hide that column, right? But I cannot remove that column or column heading. What do you say if I open the Excel sheet on your screen? Okay. See, this is, all of you can see? Okay. This is my Excel sheet, right? I have to select this column, right click. There is option of hide. I can hide cell number B, right? Have you seen? There is no column A. Column A is hide. I can increase the size of this column by holding the mouse button here. I can increase the size of this row, right? This column. I can increase the size of this row, right? And if I want to increase the size of many rows, I'll select these rows. Let's suppose I have selected row number 2 till row number 8. Now right click it, right? Row height, go to row height. I can increase the row height, it's 15. I can give it 20. See, now the row height is increased, right? So it is equal. You are not going to do it manually one by one. It is equal adjustment of rows, right? Right click, row height. Let's make it 30. The row height is increased. Is that clear now? Okay, now if I am going to increase the width of the column, I can select the columns B till H, right click, column width, right? Here is the column row height and for column it's column width. I can give it to 30. See, all the column width has been increased. Row can be hide, column now, and if I want to show it again, unhide. Now the column A is appeared here, right? So this is how we increase the row, the size of the row and the size of the column. Okay. See if it ends till Z, A to Z. Now it starts from A, B, A, C, A, D, right? Now till A, Z. Here it is. Now start from BA, PB, right? So this is how the rows and columns appear on your screen. Is it clear to you all? Now, if I want to, let's suppose I want to give something numbers here. I'm giving some numbers and I want to merge it. These cells, I want to merge these two cells, right? These two cells, I'll go to merge and center option. Here it is merge and center. The two cells are merged together, right? Merge means combine together. Now the two cells are combined together. If I want to merge these two cells, merge and center, it will merge, like merge two cells and give the text at the center. Whatever is written here is becomes at the center. merge and center. See this. Now I can give the borders as well. See the borders here. I can give the borders. All borders, these are borders given. I'm sure it's clear enough to you all. For borders, we can use these options, all borders, right? And if you are not, if you don't want to give the borders, you can clear it, no border, right? There are many options here. Only the bottom, only the top border, only the side alignment, thick border, it's given thick border. You can merge the cells as well. If whatever I am selecting, if I am going to merge it, it will becomes one cell now, right? अनडू कर देंगे हम इसे, ठीक है। मर्ज एंड सेंटर से मर्ज भी हो गया, जितने हमने सेल सेलेक्ट किए थे वो मर्ज होकर एक सेल बन गए। और अगर हमने नहीं करना वो मर्ज, तो हम इसी को दोबारा क्लिक करेंगे, ये मर्ज नहीं होंगे अब सेल्स, ठीक है। इज इट क्लियर? So this is how you increase the size of the rows, size of the columns, and you need to select that columns whose size you want to increase, right? You can hide the column if it is unnecessary, hide it by right clicking. You can unhide it, unhide, it will be displayed, right? This is sheet, this is how you insert the sheets. Sheet, insert, insert, insert. Can you see? I have inserted 3 sheets. By going to the sheet 1, right click and rename, rename. I can rename it, right? This is 9th A. I'll go to sheet 2, rename 9th B. This is sheet number 3, rename 9th G, and this is how I can increase more sheets, right? Is it clear now? Okay, now moving towards the slides. Now what is sorting? This is we have already done. Sorting means to arrange the data. To sort the data, follow the steps mentioned below. Select the column by which you want to sort data. Choose Data tab. Sort below dialog appears if you want to sort data based on a selected column. Choose Continue with the selection, or if you want to sorting based, let's do in the picture. You need to select that column. Select this column, okay, and there is an option of data here. You can go to the data menu and there is an option of sorting, right? Select that column, click sort to sort data. It is this dialog box appears, sorting, sort warning, like how you want to sort that data. Expand the selection, continue with the current selection. When you give the selection criteria, whether it is going to select by alphabet, whether it is going to select by numbers, it's up to you. You can select the data and sort it according to the number or according to the alphabetical order. This is how the sorting is done. Now, what is the formula? This is the second slide of sorting, that how do you sort? You are going to sort by customer last name, right? You are going to sort it by customer last name. The sorting will be done. You have to give here the criteria that how you are going to sort your data, how you wish to sort your data. This is the criteria you must be given, and it is sorted according to your criteria. Now, the formula is an expression which calculates the value of a cell. Functions are predefined formulas and they are already available. There are some predefined. Predefined means already defined. जो पहले से दिए हुए formulas होते हैं. There are certain formulas which are already given in Excel, but we can write our own formula as well, right? Formula in Microsoft Excel begin with an equal to sign, right? The equal sign tells Excel that the succeeding character, like the characters which you are going to write after the equal to sign, constitute a formula. Equal to sign indicates that whatever you are written is considered as formula. If you don't enter the equal to sign, Excel will treat your entry as text and the calculation will fail. If you don't enter the equal to sign, Excel will treat जो भी आप लिखेंगे Excel उसको कैसे ट्रीट करेगा जैसे वो टेक्स्ट है उस सेल में लिखा जाने वाला टेक्स्ट है लेकिन जब आप इक्वल टू का साइन लगाएंगे इट मीन्स दैट यू आर गोइंग टू राइट द फॉर्मूला operations for different formulas for different functions, different mathematical operations, plus for addition like A7 plus A9. What is A7 and A9? A7 and A9 are the cell address, right? Whatever you have written in A7, in cell A7 will be plus to the given data in A9. This is for subtraction. Multiplication for multiplication we use asterisk sign. For division we use slash sign, and for exponent like power we use caret sign. After the equal to sign, a formula includes the addresses of the cell whose value will be manipulated with appropriate operands placed in between. Like this is the cell address A7 is going to plus with A9, right? This is the formula like equal to B2 plus B3 plus B4 plus B5 into cell B6. Like the addition of these two cells will be displayed on B6. Left click on cell B6 to make it active, right? Type equal to sign. Use the up arrow key to move to cell B5 or left click on cell B5. I'll show it in your in Excel sheet. '67, '87, '66, right? If I'm going to add the, here, giving you uh, equal to sign this, right? Now the operation will be given plus, I'll select the cells only, this equal to plus this, right? This is how the formula is written. Equal to sign, cell A4. What is written in cell A4? 67. What is written in cell B4? It's 87. And C4, 66. It will be the addition of these two cells, and the addition of these two cells are given here, right? And the formula is displayed on the formula bar. This is the formula bar on which the formula is displayed. Here the formula is given, here the answer is given. On cell the answer will be given, and on formula bar the formula is given. The answer is given on cell D4, and the formula is A4 plus B4 plus C4, and every formula starts with equal to sign. Clear? Charts. In Microsoft Excel, a chart is often called a graph. It is a visual representation of data from a worksheet that can bring more understanding to the data than just looking at the number, right? And there are different types of chart. You know that there is a bar chart, column chart, pie chart, line chart, area, donut, scatter surface, or radar chart. There are different types of chart, and we can draw these charts in Excel. In the next class, we will discuss about the charts. These are the graphs, different graphs, team 1, team 2, and their functions and operations. Now these are the types of chart. This is pie chart, line chart, bar chart, right? These are the types of some of the types of charts that you can create in Excel. So now we will end here, and we'll discuss in detail about the charts, and again the review of previous things which I have explained it already, for like formula, sorting, and Excel working area, spreadsheets. We'll discuss in the next class as well, right? If there is any question, you can ask me. Yes, any question? Okay, thank you, beta.